So hey guys, I'm back with another video. So tonight's video is yet again another Chioma Chats video podcast edition. So I wanted to talk about the Twitter talk in response to rapper J.Cole's new song called Snow on the Bluff. So I have really been on Twitter as of late, shaking up your timeline and dropping real facts. And I've seen a lot of engagement growth on my Twitter. So if you're not following me on there, please do. It is at the Queen Chioma. I feel like Twitter is my YouTube when I do not want to make a video about something or where I just express opinions I have, because I have so many, but I do not always want to develop it into a full-blown video. So follow me on Twitter if you haven't already. Now, I woke up yesterday morning and I checked my Twitter timeline and come to find out that J. Cole was trending for his new single, and that people, primarily black women if we're being honest, were mad, upset, and taken aback that he made certain references within his song. So from the tone and nature of my timeline, I saw words like colorist, misogynist, and things condemning black women. So my first thought was like, damn, J. Cole, you too? You're one of those men? But of course, being that I do YouTube and I have this natural reaction to cross-check everything I read, see, and hear, I of course had to hear the song first. So the tweet I saw said, J. Cole ain't released a song since June 2019, and in the middle of a movement to dismantle white supremacy, he returns with a song trying to check a black woman on her tone as she fights for liberation. Niggas are hopeless. So that tweet had like 18,000 likes when I saw it, and I was like, damn, what's going on? I would be the first one to tell y'all I am literally the last to know about everything music, okay? I have Apple Music, but I like it because I like the convenience of it, but I never really wait for the release of songs, singles, albums, or anything. If something is hyped up, then I'll go listen to it. If something trends on Twitter, but I never really go out of my way to be the first and the hypest to hear any new music, even for my favorite rappers and artists. Like, it's just never been me. I'm not the biggest music person, so my favorite rapper is NBA Youngboy, and even when he dropped 38 Baby 2, I didn't hear it for like a week or two after it came out, even though I have Apple Music, but I did listen to every song and listen to it from start to finish, okay? I definitely did that. That is my rapper. Like, I really did have to listen to it at least the whole way through. Even when JT from the City Girls dropped that weak-ass First Day Out single, I only listened to it because of the hype around it, and I really do like the City Girls, but I can admit that single had buzz because it had buzz. I don't really think it was all that. So like when a song like Trolls by Tekashi 6ix9ine and Nicki Minaj comes out and it does 30 million views on YouTube within 24 hours, yeah, I'll go listen to it. I'll go hear it. The same way this Snow on the Bluff song was trending. And side note, the song Trolls was okay. Like, it was good. Nothing spectacular. I think Nicki Minaj was the only entertainment within the song and the video. 6ix9ine needs to honestly stop screaming at every song. Like, I think he would be so much better in certain songs depending on what the song is talking about if he didn't yell and sound all over the place in every song, because that song could have been way better had he just rapped, okay? Because the beat was really good and it had a little melody in the hook to it. Anyway, there was a line within J. Cole's song Snow on the Bluff, and it says, she mad at these crackers, she mad at these capitalists, mad at these murder police, she mad at my niggas, she mad at our ignorance, she wear her heart on her sleeve, she mad at the celebrities, low-key I be thinking she talking about me. Now, I ain't no dummy to think I'm above criticism, so when I see something that's valid, I listen, but shit, it's something about the Queen's tone that's bothering me. So this is what set a lot of women off, as they felt J. Cole was tone policing a female rapper by the name of No Name. So according to Wikipedia, Fatima Naima Warner, professionally known as No Name, is an American rapper, poet, and record producer from Bronzeville, which is a neighborhood in Chicago, Illinois. She was born on September 18th, 1991, making her 28 years old at the time of this video. So if you haven't heard No Name, I would definitely check her out. I don't think she's a conscious rapper though, like people say. Like, I think she's a rapper who raps about everything, but is not like vulgar with sex, doesn't talk about sucking and fucking penis, and isn't materialistic or doesn't talk about extreme materialism. Like, just because someone doesn't rap about those things, especially as a female, does not make them a conscious rapper. Like, I think she's a soulful rapper. Like, that's what I see her as. She still cusses, she does still say some vulgar things sometimes. She just doesn't fit the mold of the Meg Thee Stallion. Her music is still dope, and I really do like her voice. I did want to add that people cannot be mad that someone like a No Name does not get as much recognition as a Meg Thee Stallion or a Nicki or a City Girls, because to be honest, y'all, sex sells and people rather listen to vulgar content, and so do you, okay? There's gonna be people in the comments, oh no, I don't want to hear that, it's demeaning to black women, blah 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 blah, but you still listen to it, okay? Whether you can understand the difference between what is demeaning and what actually affects black women as a whole, you still listen to it. Whether you think you're supporting it or not, when it streams, you're streaming, it's resonating, it's making them money. it's being put on the charts. J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar make a bunch of conscious rap music, but people were quick to call them out for allegedly not posting about the recent movement for Black Lives Matter and the protests, even though they were on the front lines protesting and marching. But someone like Lil Baby, who literally raps about money, drugs, jails, quote unquote bitches and hoes and all of that, makes one, and I mean one, so-called conscious song, and now he's the messiah of rap music. Like, no, okay? It's not to take away from Lil Baby, because I like his music, and the song The Bigger Picture was really good and definitely effective, but people have been making music like that since forever. And let's be real, Lil Baby, as well as any other rapper, is going to be very detailed in the way how they promote their music. I'm not saying Lil Baby does not care about Black Lives Matter. I'm not saying he doesn't care about COVID and coronavirus, but in his music video for Emotionally Scarred, you could see he has the entire video by himself because he has to social distance. The video is flashing up words that say stay at home, wear a mask, and all of this. That's all propaganda to let people know who are his fans to follow by these guidelines, because at the end of the day, it's a marketing scheme. I'm not saying he doesn't care, but be real, like all of that plays into it. So let's not give a whole bunch of credit to things that sometimes are simply marketing. And I'm not saying Lil Baby doesn't care about Black Lives Matter, because I feel like he used his platform correctly. I'm saying for him to make a video and use his influence at this time in this way is contradictory to what he usually raps about, even though it's still a good thing to do, if that makes sense. Furthermore, if people can say the song Trolls by 6ix9ine and Nicki Minaj unfairly got 30+ million views in a day when there are quote unquote better things to talk about, I'm gonna need y'all to cut the malarkey, because I'm sure if I go through the majority of people's Apple Music songs and their playlists and things like that, there are going to be more gang songs, more trap music, more raunchy lyrics before anything conscious, okay? Like, the internet loves to lie. Like, y'all are not collectively conscious, because I know I'm not. People tell me I'm woke. I tell them I'm not woke. I'm just aware. You go to the club and you want to hear I'm a savage, classy, bougie, ratchet, before you go hear a J. Cole song. I just don't like when people act like we do not all contribute to why certain songs top the charts and why others don't. A song like Snow on the Bluff will go #1 because of J. Cole's following and because he is respected, and not always because of the subject matter of his content. But anyway, people said that those lyrics towards No Name were said at a level that insinuated that he was trying to fault her for why he was called out. So I'm not going to do any talking points, because I really only have one main talking point, so let's get right into this video. So my overall opinion is that I genuinely think Black women have gotten so educated and aware of what happens within the Black community worldwide that they use a lot of their energy going in on Black men. And yes, I know J. Cole is biracial, but I'm stating a point. But they use a lot of their newfound education to quickly and sometimes unjustly condemn men that really did not do what they're accusing them of. After listening to that song, I really looked far and wide. I listened to it like 3 times. I had one of my homeboys listen to it to get his opinion, and my homeboy's the type to call out anyone and be on the side of Black women when necessary. Shout out to my homeboy Joe from Miami. And I do not think J. Cole disrespected or intentionally displaced any form of misogyny towards No Name or any Black woman as a whole. If anything, he checked himself and explained that he is not perfect. Now, I understood where he was coming from, because to be held on a certain pedestal and people think a certain way of you, it's hard whether you are the most out there influencer or not. Like, he faced backlash for not tweeting about Black Lives Matter when he was on the front lines protesting. Literally, his fans had to expose the picture of him protesting for people to retract how they said he didn't do anything. And to be honest, a lot of people like to tell influencers how to use their platforms, but are not doing shit with their small platforms or just with their platforms, period. Before you check someone on how to use their platform, I hope you are using yours for the right things as well, because 75% of people are just internet people and just call out without actually showing out. And that's real tea. People even said, "Ooh, Chioma, why aren't you talking about the protesting? Sis, why aren't you?" Okay, walking in a protest shows solidarity, but so does donating, so does signing petitions, so does spreading the word on other platforms, so does educating yourself. A tweet does a lot, a YouTube video probably does a little bit more, but stop acting like there's only one way, or there's not this, combination of things that people with influence can do to spread the word and show their stance, especially when celebrities will record themselves for doing good deeds and being good Samaritans, whether that means giving someone money, donating a lump sum of cash to an organization, or creating some sort of program to help people. And then people will say, well, if it was genuine, you wouldn't have to record it and post it. But let someone be an advocate or do good things without posting it, now to get chastised for not speaking up and not posting. Like, which one is it? I get tired of that because it happens to me all the time, but you just have to have a lot of strength and just stay true to yourself and know that your efforts and your intentions and your contributions behind closed doors means a lot to the people who are being affected, and not the negative people who rather call you out when they're not doing as much as you. It's wasted energy to me when you do not benefit from it, especially when you're not doing as much yourself. So within the first couple of lines of the verse, J. Cole speaks on people thinking he is bigger than what he sees himself, and he says how he has an average IQ when people would assume because he has a college degree, he is this scholastic genius this, which is so interesting because there are a lot of low-lit bulbs with college degrees, okay? Not saying that J. Cole is one of them, but in most schools, you just need a 2.0 to graduate college. That is a D+ average. And as much as I am one to not judge people based off of their GPA or grades, because I think that isn't fully reflective of someone's intelligence, it's just a societal truth. There are thousands of people with college degrees who are not the brightest people. Moving on, those lyrics showed me that if he was checking anyone, he was checking himself, like I said earlier. This to me is what accountability looks like. And that's something that really matters to me, because oftentimes we say that not only do celebrities not do enough, but black men do not take accountability for their lack of contribution to things that matter in all facets. Now, what I will say is this. There was a line that he stated that said, "How you gonna lead when you attacking the very same niggas that really do need? The shit that you saying, instead of conveying, you holier, come help us get up to speed." And no. Like, no. And because no, what we can't allow and where black women do have a right to feel some type of way about is how for some reason black women have to understand things that are about obvious as ever. It doesn't take a 3.5 GPA or a degree or an interest in politics to know that the black community suffers in so many ways. Whether that's police brutality, colorism, systematic racism, oppression of women, lack of respect for women, period. All that stuff has been happening and is obvious. It's been happening forever. I really do not think that it is a black woman's obligation to make a black man understand. I mean, maybe to the people within your intimate circles, but overall, no, it's not. Open your eyes, okay? Or as my Nigerians would say, shine your eyes, shine your eyes. Like, and shine your eyes. Because quote unquote, attacking niggas that really do need, like he said, should never be the job occupation of the collective of black women. Maybe your mom, maybe your aunt, maybe your grandma, but not the collective. Not me, not no name, not the beautiful woman listening to this video right now. No ma'am, okay? Because no, I want black men to take initiative of the movement that includes all things that plagues the black community, because there are quite a few things that are highly perpetuated by black men themselves, and they know that. Check your brothers, educate your sons, and all of that, because let's be real. If I tried to explain to my colorist 15-year-old cousin why he shouldn't hate or bash or deny dark-skinned black girls at his school, especially when he is as dark as his own shadow, do you think he's really gonna listen to me? Probably not. But he will listen to Lil Baby, he will listen to his older brother, he will listen to his football coach, and to people who have more in common with him than I do. The solution is not black women, okay? First, education, then accountability, then discipline, then change behavior. It will take time, but it's doable. And I agree, there are some celebrities that I had to side-eye their solidarity with Black Lives Matter and George Floyd when they have made colorist or demeaning comments towards black women, when Black Lives Matter is not just black men's lives matter, okay? But it is Black Lives Matter, period. Black men, black women, black children, black LGBTQ+, all Black Lives Matter, correct? You cannot stand with Black Lives Matter and the movement and everything that's been going on and then be fully against an aspect of the people who are directly affected. Meanwhile, you're affecting them. Like, you will not be a black woman and be anti-black people being LGBTQ+ and then say Black Lives Matter. It doesn't work like that, boo, okay? But I do not think J. Cole was directly coming from no name. I took it as when he said she, the she that he was referring to was black women collectively. He was definitely fueled by no name, though. I definitely think that, because now in her now deleted tweet calling out rappers and influencers who did not publicly tweet about the movement, you know, that was definitely relevant to this. But to me, I definitely agree with her in that perspective. But I personally don't use that to judge someone's dedication to the movement. Like, imagine writing a Twitter post and that's the only thing of value that people can see that can be used to show that you stand with the movement. Like, no, okay? A tweet is what y'all want, a YouTube video, those things are great, but what about putting your money where your mouth is, like y'all ask these celebrities to do? People love to say celebrities should just shut up and speak with their money because these rappers and reality TV stars are not the voice for the people, but when they do not speak up, you're still mad. I do think J. Cole checked himself and he was basically saying, like, what should I do? Like, what more do y'all want me to do? And a lot of people feel that way, especially those of us with even the slightest bit of influence. Not everyone has the answer. People leave comments and DMs like, Chioma, what do you think the solution is to fixing the stigma of mental health in the black community? Or how do we make black men respect this more? Like, sis, sweetie, I don't know. I do not have the answers. I have opinions, but I am not an encyclopedia, nor am I God. Some of my viewers know way more than I do. My platform is a platform, not the answer to all things about young black women. Like, how can me, a 22-year-old, know the answers to everything? I just don't. And J. Cole may be the same. So I'm not going to say stop putting pressure on people with influence, because celebrities have to know that that definitely comes with the territory, as I have to know that too. But do not be hurt, offended, or let down when they do not know how to help something. But I do feel like there is a level of know what's going going on because it's going on. Don't expect anybody to teach you the things that are very, very obvious. If you are ignorant, then okay, learn and you will learn. But when you see it right in front of your face, do not call on Black women to come and help you understand something, especially when there are plenty of ways to garner information to understand it. May not solve it, but at least understand it. If we are all teaching and edifying one another, I think that helps cultivate ideas and lead people on the right pathway. I personally do not see J. Cole as deep as other people may see him because, to be honest, I'm not on his wave like other people. So maybe I'm seeing this situation vaguely because I do not listen to his songs unless they are mainstream and top charting. But I still think the song he made was very good. Like, I think he spoke his truth, and as a human being, he did deserve to do that. So that is it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on my commentary down below. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media platforms, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.